for 90 days when you finance with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
It is baseball time in Texas.
Oh my goodness, what a grab! Back to the wall, and the Rangers win it!
Day 2 of the regular season as we'll be playing indoors today. Gliding in as a look at yesterday's festivities. And what a great day it was. There's nothing like opening day. Baseball Christmas, we call it. And the greatest gift of all yesterday was Nathan Eovaldi's brilliant 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Rangers unfortunately couldn't hold on to the win. But what a great day it was. A chance as Rangers baseball presented by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. A chance to get back to 500 and even up this series with the Boston Red Sox. Game 2 tonight. All right, welcome in everybody. Great to have you along with us. Welcome inside the booth. We even have a new backdrop with us just today, Mike. I'm Dave Raymond with Mike Bassick. And we're excited about this one. Number 1, because it's another Rangers game and a chance to beat these Boston Red Sox. But number 2, Jack Leiter making his season debut tonight.
Yeah, and he earned this job. He pitched great in spring training. He worked very hard in the winter. And he was able to get this start the second game of the year, too. It just matched up that way. But in spring training in 6 games, 3.48 ERA, 20 and 2/3 innings pitched, 21 Ks. He really showed this spring training that he has put away pitches. And when we look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud, we have a new pitch this year. Last year, let's just say regular changeup. This year, we have kind of a spiked changeup. We call it a kick change. Only 5 swings and misses last year, 6% usage rate. In spring training this year, 9 changeups that were swings and misses, using it 22% of the time. So that's going to be something to look for and see how much he's going to use the new kick change.
A different Jack Leiter here in 2025. And a new face for the Rangers. Jock Peterson makes his season debut for the Rangers. We'll get you introduced to him with Laura Stickles when we come back.
Welcome back to Globe Life Field, where we are minutes away from first pitch here between the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox, as we welcome you back to Rangers Sports Network, presented by Progressive. I am Laura Stickles. Jock Peterson is getting his first start today for the Texas Rangers at designated hitter, and they'll be facing Boston Red Sox righty Tanner Houck. And guys, this is exactly what Peterson was brought to Texas to do: dominate right-handed pitching. Last season, he pasted a .362 on-base percentage against righties, which was 6th best in all of Major League Baseball. And he kept that going in spring training. He led this team with 5 home runs and 15 RBI, all coming against right-handed pitching. Additionally, last season, he crushed the heaters, slugging well over 600 against the fastball, which was another area that the Ranger team struggled with last season. I spoke with Ranger senior advisor Nick Hundley today, who is a big proponent of adding Peterson to this team this offseason, and he told me that he just puts together really good at-bats. He's smart in the box, he makes adjustments quickly, and he was the perfect fit for this team. Guys?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. He was a great addition to a team that needed all the things that he brings to the table.
Yeah, and it kind of puts Adolis in that 5 spot. You love the righty, lefty, righty mix for your first 5 hitters with Peterson in the lineup, and hopefully this offense gets going today.
Well, they're going to do it on a City Connect Friday, hopefully, as Bruce Bochy looks on. Leiter out to the mound, and let's take a look at the starting lineup today for these Boston Red Sox. Looks a lot like it did yesterday, with Jarren Duran leading it off in left and Rafael Devers DHing, batting second. Bregman, Casas, Story, and Christian Campbell, the rookie second baseman, right there at the heart of things. It'll be Abreu in right field, Wong catching, and Ceddanne Rafaela, the athletic center fielder, batting ninth.
Well, on the mound, the number 2 overall pick for the Texas Rangers a few years ago, Jack Leiter. Now we look at the Ben Abbott and Associates pitch arsenal. We see the fastball at 54%, slider, curve change, but that's last year. It's going to be interesting to see the different mix that he uses this season. This will be the first test against the Boston Red Sox, and as we look at the numbers in spring training, 6 games, 20 2/3, the 21 strikeouts. Now the 10 walks a little bit high. He got better as spring training went with the walks. All right, let's take a look at the Rangers defense tonight. It's going to look pretty similar from yesterday, just a little different. Langford, Taveras, Garcia in the outfield. Young, Seager playing short. Simeon, Berger, and Jonah Heim behind the dish.
All right, well, it's great to see Seager in the lineup and out there playing shortstop today, too. That was a little bit of a, I don't know, point of anxiety for some of us when he wasn't in there yesterday.
Well, if he couldn't have played short, then you have to make a decision between Peterson and Seager, who's going to DH today.
Right. So he's in there, and that allows the Rangers to put a handful of lefties in there, right? You got Peterson and Seager, but then you also have the switch hitters Heim and Taveras. So, well, we'll see if this lineup tonight can provide a little more offense, a little more thump than it did yesterday. Close yesterday. I thought really good at bats yesterday. They just did not get all the results they wanted. But the big story tonight will be the man on the mound, Jack Leiter. 24 years old. Creeping up on his birthday. Quite a full month away now. His first offering to Duran, and that one runs way inside for ball 1. That was a 2-seam fastball. So here we go. Roof closed today. It's a little cooler outside. 74 indoors here with the air conditioning on. Only 69 degrees outside. And a bouncer, first base side. And Leiter will take it himself, and he wins the foot race to first base, 1 away.
I'll tell you, I don't know how many pitchers can make this play. This is a very athletic play. Jack gets off the mound quick. This is not an easy play to get down and get that ball and then get to first base. Really nice athleticism, catching it a little bit behind him. It's a good start right there.
Indeed. Now, I know one pitcher that I would have trusted to make that play back in the day.
C.J. Nikolsky?
He's sitting right to my right. Athlete like yourself, basketball superstar.
Right there you scream.
Major League pitcher.
You just scream, take it.
That's the move.
Yeah.
Here's Devers, and he was swinging for the downs right there. Right through the fastball. 98 from Leiter. And that's the other thing with Leiter this spring, man. That velocity was way up.
Yeah, he's touching triple digits in spring training, so maybe you'll see 100 tonight.
He's one strike offering, and Devers shoots it foul. So Devers DHing again tonight. And that question came up today for his manager, Alex Cora. And I suppose it's going to have to happen a couple of times anyway, but he made it very clear today that even if Bregman needed a day off at third, their DH is Rafael Devers. In other words, he's not playing third. And I say all that because it was such a big story at the beginning of camp when Devers made it clear to anyone wondering what he thought, and that was, I'm the third baseman here. Cora thought otherwise, and it seems Cora's won that battle. The 1-2 fouled away, late swing there.
Ooh, get on me right there. 99 in on the hands. Four-seam fastball right here. Gasoline, and I guess the bat stayed together. That's a tough place to hit it and the bat not crack.
So Leiter got a quick put out of Duran on 2 pitches. Devers making him work a little bit here. 1-2 the count, and here it comes. And there's that kick change.
Stayed on the plate, wanted to keep it low. Just needed a little bit higher for maybe Devers to go fishing. And we saw him throw a curveball on 0-2 in the dirt. Yesterday, Devers had problems with Evaldi's curveball.
Here's that good heater just in. Jonah Heim liked exactly what he did with it, signaled as much.
He wanted to get the ball in. He got it in just off the plate. Not a bad miss here. Got to make a good pitch here on 3-2.
7th pitch of the at bat. And that's fouled away.
He's getting the ball in there, and Devers is just fouling it off. They're not healthy hacks. We know how good of a hitter Devers is.
One of the best. 3-2. And he swings and misses. Leiter strikes out Devers with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
Well, you want to open up the outside part of the plate. Look at this fastball just off inside at 99 miles an hour. Come back in hard at 98 miles an hour. And then you throw the heater outside part of the plate. Challenge pitch by you, strike 3.
You probably don't need my help, but it is Alex Bregman who is getting the boos. And he'll take a slider low. Bregman, the former Astro, now in his first year with Boston. 10 years in Houston and now a Red Sox. Long offseason for Bregman, trying to find a home. 1-0. Good pitch right on the outside corner. 1-1.
97 here, trying to maybe go inside, but still gets part of the plate.
Leiter right back at him. And that's strike 2.
They're not getting the bat head out on this fastball.
They aren't. No, the reactions are telling you that fastball's playing so far. Now, a lot of jack stuff is hard, and so at some point they may start to time that up a little bit, and they'll have to come up with something else. The 1-2. Try that slider again. We've seen just the one changeup, right?
One changeup, 2 sliders, 1 curveball, I believe.
Leaning heavily on that fastball here early. Got Duran to bounce out, struck out Devers. And Bregman strikes out on 99 miles per hour. Well, Jack Leiter, first inning of his 2025 season according to plan. Strikes out one of the best in the game, and Rafael Devers gets Bregman to boot. Scoreless top of the first inning for Jack Leiter. Now here come the Rangers tonight. And the Rangers lineup brought to you Ben Abbott and Associates. Hello, Ben. Marcus Semien leading it off at second base. Corey Seager at short. Wyatt Langford in left field. It'll be the regular season lineup debut for Jock Peterson at DH. Garcia and Jake Berger to follow. Bottom of the order has Youngheim and Leody Taveras in center field.
The All-Star Tanner Houck on the mound. Got off to a great start last year. Second half wasn't as good. Overall, 9-10 record, 178 and 2/3 innings pitched, 231 batting average against 154 Ks.
His first pitch hits the outside corner for a strike to Semien. Semien 1 for 4 yesterday. And he takes down the middle. Houck on the attack here, right out of the gate. And deals low for ball 1.
Likes going to the sweeper for an out pitch.
Goes back to the fastball up that time. 2-2. Semien's hit yesterday came in the 5th inning. He hits this one on the ground left side. Bregman charging in on it, and he'll make the throw the first in time.
Well, here's what Houck throws. We see the last season, the sweeper thrown the most in Major League Baseball, the two-seam fastball at 34% and the splitter at 25%.
So that's the highest percentage of usage, or probably just the most pitches ultimately, right?
Yeah.
Starter with the innings pitched and all. Fastball fouled away there by Seager.
And then we get into kind of qualifying and did you qualify for that? But obviously he threw 178 innings last year, so he qualified.
He threw a lot of sweepers. And this one bounced left side. Bregman racing toward the line. Long throw, not in time. And Seager beats it out. Off the bat, that looked like that would be a tough play. Interesting to see Seager getting down the line, though. Calf not that big an issue.
We see here the off-speed pitch on the plate away. Seager hits it soft enough. Bregman makes a good effort here, gets rid of it as quick as he can, but luckily Seager beat it out. Like I said, I was a little bit nervous him having to push it down first baseline, but he did just enough to beat it out.
Fastball in there for a strike to Langford, who turns around to ask Hunter Whittlestat about that.
This isn't spring training. Can't touch your head.
No challenges. That one even further in. We mentioned Whittlestat, our plate umpire, or as I like to say sometimes, just working from home. This one on the ground, short side. Could be 2. And it is 6-4-3 until the Rangers out of luck in their half of the first. Second inning coming up here tonight, no score.
They just have the ability to be able to play athletics, compete in athletics, do it at a high level, but also do it for other people outside of themselves.
That was our Baylor Scott and White health game diagnosis, and part of a conversation that I had with Vanderbilt head coach Tim Corbin about both Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter making this opening day roster. And I kind of chuckled in the middle of our conversation as he was talking about what great teammates they are, because a lot of the themes that came up are some of the themes that are on the walls around this clubhouse, which are be a good teammate, dominate the fundamentals, compete with passion, all themes that Chris Young really preaches here. And it just makes a lot of sense that they both ended up as Rangers, guys.
And they're both quick learners. We're seeing Jack Leiter on the mound for the first time of the season, and what he took in from last year and his improvement. And that's one of the things that I also know the Rangers really like is drafting young men that they believe can learn and get better. And I just say, well, this is who I am, deal with it.
We even saw it over the course of the summer last year. Look at his numbers earlier in the year versus the second half of the season. And he showed improvement. Bouncer up the middle. Seager well positioned, throws out Casas, one away. Well, you would expect that. Last year, Leiter getting the opportunity to make some starts very early in the year. Now, those first 4 games was surrendering nearly a .370 batting average and an OPS over 1,000. You look at the last 5 games in which he pitched, and those numbers track a whole lot better. Better than 8 strikeouts per 9, and OPS below 750. Now we're talking.
Yeah, and last year they also moved him to the pen for a few of those outings, which I think helped out a little bit. A little bit of less pressure starting the game. And I think he's going to be a starter for a long time for the Texas Rangers, and off to a good start tonight.
Dealing with Trevor Story here, veteran right-handed batter. Swing and a miss, and again, that fastball's playing up.
Yeah. Last year, didn't it feel like sometimes that location, that ball would get hit hard and in spring training, and now you're seeing it here in the regular season. That ball's getting by the hitter.
Play Story pretty conventionally, certainly in the outfield. This one lofted down the line and into the seats.
The other thing, too, is when you have guys late on your fastball, now they have to start trying to cheat to get to that pitch. And we've seen literally all 5 guys struggle with the fastball so far and the speed of it. So now, do you go back to it and just elevate it a little bit more? He's been getting strikeouts with it. Or do you go with a breaking pitch here? Or the kick change I'm scared of, just because if it's only 4 miles an hour difference, it might bring that bat head into the zone.
Let's see, the 1-2. And he goes with a slow curveball, and that's the pitch. There were times last year where I thought Jack was at his best was when he was landing that one for a strike or getting swings and misses on that pitch. But I think just the differential in speed was critical.
Yeah, I love what you're saying there. 85 to 98 right now, 13 mile an hour difference.
You can come back with that heater if you want. And he does. Popped up near second. And Semien will swim right to it to make the catch. 2 gone.
Well, let's show the sequence here to Trevor Story. And we'll watch here the fastball by you at 98. Let's do it one more time. Late on it, but fouled it off. Now we go with the curveball. This is a great pitch right here. You got to give Trevor Story credit. Just catches it off the end of the bat. And now we come back with the heater up and in and get the pop up. Great sequence.
A slider to Christian Campbell.
Got something working here tonight, Dave.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now this young man, I mean, yesterday looked like he was a little jittery. Just 22 years old. Uh-oh, dropped something.
We saw him yesterday hit a ground ball to third base with his bottom hand coming off the bat on contact. This one, both hands are going to come off. This is another nasty slider right here, and loses it with the top hand first, and then the bottom hand goes. Babe Ruth Abreu in the
no
deck circle. You better watch out.
Let's see what Leiter tries here. 0-2. Yeah, he shows in the slider off the plate. And Campbell, a guy full of promise for these Red Sox. They're excited about him, but a lot for him to take in this weekend. Liner gets him to bounce this one slowly toward third. A bare hand by Young. Throw won't get there nearly in time, and Campbell is on.
Nothing you can do about that as a pitcher. Great pitch here, very soft contact. And Josh Young does everything he can. He bare hands it, he gets rid of it, but Campbell can get down the line in a hurry. You got to hold on these runners. We saw yesterday, we saw last year, they want to steal bases in a hurry.
But you have to focus on Abreu too, right? I mean,
Yes.
This is the guy right now.
I'm with you. Great point.
Would you just call him Babe Ruth Abreu?
That's what I wrote him down in my book
Yeah.
as today. We'll see if I'll change it maybe if we get him out tonight.
Pretty nice day yesterday. The 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, including the game winner in the 9th. And it didn't matter what they threw him yesterday. Oh, boy, that one really close.
Borderline. That one's been called a strike for Jack earlier in the game. Didn't get that one.
Pretty disgusting numbers in this ballpark for Abreu. 5 games, a .571 average with 5 bombs. A little too comfortable here.
How about that, though? That was pretty nice there. 2-0. Felt confident in his changeup right there at 90 miles an hour to get back into the count. See the kick change here at 90 miles an hour. I like that variance of speed. That's a -8 in speed.
Yes.
From 98 to 90. That'll throw you off not only movement but with speed.
2-1. That's too tall.
All right, like you said here, just because you didn't execute that pitch doesn't mean you need to challenge right here.
All right, this is the first kind of tricky spot I think that we've seen him in tonight.
Yeah, you can throw a strike here. It just has to be a quality strike.
3-1. And that was pretty good, but a little bit off the plate. He walks Abreu. So a couple of base runners now for Connor Wong.
Yeah, this was a good 3-1 pitch, trying to hit the corner and just misses it by maybe half an inch.
Oh yeah, that was right on the edge. So now Wong. Now Wendelstedt typically does favor the outside corner for both righties or lefties. Just perhaps the way he sets up behind a catcher, but he'll give a little bit more on the outside edge, usually not on the inside. And that one's too high. Heim. I saw Heim a couple pitches ago kind of gesturing to him like, hey man, calm down, we're okay. And he may be speeding up a little bit, and now he missed the underhand toss. All right, but a little laugh. That can help.
That's good here. I think this is a great job by Jonah to go out. You get 5 visits, in a game, and you're using one here. But this is a big situation. You got an all-star you're facing with Houck on the mound. Jack's throwing the ball great tonight, just a little bit off, and making sure we make a quality pitch here and get out of this inning.
All right, so this is a weird time for this, right? There are Choctaw Casinos and Resorts game within the game. You'd think, well, we're talking about times through the order. Why would you show it now, first time through the order? Well, because that's when he's had trouble. Right? Once he gets through the lineup once, he tends to calm down. And he's almost there, right? I mean, Wong, the 8th place hitter. He retired the first 5 he faced tonight, including a couple of strikeouts. But he's dealing with some traffic here. And Wong, he is much more a bat-favored catcher than a glove-favored guy. And he hits this ball hard out to left field. Langford got a good jump on it. Gets back and he makes the catch. Excellent route by Wyatt Langford, who uses that speed and athleticism to track down that fly ball.
This is a great play from Wyatt Langford, going back to the track, reaching up, making a play, getting out of the inning. Attaboy, Jack. Let's get to the bottom of the second.
Rangers Baseball on RSN is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by La Madeleine. Enjoy all-day brunch at La Madeleine with French toast, mimosas, and more. All right, Jock Peterson starting the second inning. Peterson DHing today, batting cleanup. It'll be Peterson, Garcia, and Jake Burger against Tanner Houck. Oh, this one's on the ground down to first. Hit hard, but Casas was there. One away. Bring up Adolis Garcia. So Tanner Houck, 28 years old, former first-round pick in 2017 out of the University of Missouri. School who also produced Max Scherzer, Ian Kinsler, among others. He got a nice reputation, frankly, over the years, turning out a lot of talent.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay, yeah, that's another one. There you go.
Went to Highland Park.
See a zig.
Played shortstop in high school.
Albombi going off the end of the bat, foul, 1-1.
He go to Georgia. I think I'm wrong on that, right? He went to Georgia. See, try to make a joke and it falls flat.
Yeah, you're right. He did go to Georgia,
Yeah,
right?
I'm off on that.
What was your problem? Wayne?
SEC, one of those schools.
Making up lies. 2-1. Got that one in on Garcia. Now Adolis, one of the few who can boast some decent numbers against Houck. He's 4 for 7 against him with 2 home runs. The righty's pitch and fouled off. Houck, one of the things he does so well is keep the ball on the ground.
Yes.
So he's tough to elevate on. Apparently not for Garcia. That's outside. Full count. That might be in the back of his mind. I mean, he's being kind of careful with him here.
You remember the guys that you can have issues with, and Sure Houck is being careful here.
Payoff. And that's high and in, and Garcia takes the walk. Rangers' second base runner of the night. Well, this has been fun this opening weekend here as we take a look at our Defy wire cam. And I think I'll be with us all summer long, give us new and interesting looks at the game. Great new feature here on RSN. Jake Burger, another new feature on RSN. We're really excited to introduce him as well. Slugging first baseman. A great 8-pitch walk in yesterday's game and eventually scored as he cuts through that one 0-2.
That's a nasty pitch. Houck starts off on the first base side of the rubber, but kind of gets that ball slingy with long arms. Not only is it a big breaker, but an arm angle that's tough for a righty on righty matchup.
Decent lead for Garcia, and he's going. And the pitch is high. The throw down to second, pretty good, but Garcia's in there with a dive. First stolen base of the year for Adolis Garcia. Now Cora checking upstairs to see if it's worth a challenge, and it is not.
I love the aggressiveness from Adolis. I'd love to see this more from the Texas Rangers in 2025. He gives a peek back and just gets the oven mitt in ahead of the tag. That was really close.
It's all base hit here. Would score the first run of the game, but Burger's not going to be the guy to provide it. A strikeout is the second out of the inning.
We go with Houck throwing another sweeper here, and you can see where that starts off at the hitter and ends up off the plate. This is what made him an all-star last year. You already told you that he throws this the most out of anybody in Major League Baseball. What makes it tough is that right there. He starts you off with a strike with it, so now he's established he's going to throw it for a strike. 87 strikeouts, second most in Major League Baseball last year. And then he can work off the plate after establishing he'll throw it for a strike, but not that far off the plate.
No, you're really asking a lot for somebody to chase that one.
I think I've seen Javi Baez swing at that one before, but not many other people.
Probably multiple times in the same at bat. So Hal Gretty again, 1-1 to Young. Had a good game yesterday, Young. That's tight. But how he'll pile up the strikeouts. 154 of them last year. In fact, last year he had better than 100 strikeouts at the All-Star break and had given up fewer than 5 home runs as he gets a strike in there. 2-2. There are only 2 Red Sox in history who could have made the same claim. Pedro Martinez and Roger Clemens. It was a tremendous start last year for the right-hander. He's low with that one. Now he's using some pitches here early, Mike.
He is. He threw 10 in the first inning. Now we're at 18 in this inning, and he's trying a lot of different things here to Josh Young. And I think that second strike, Josh Young didn't get a favorable call on that one.
Here's the payoff. And that's out to center field. But Rafaela back to make the play. And the inning is done. Rangers leave a man. We will head to the third inning. No scores so far here tonight.
No score as we head to the third inning, and these Red Sox and Rangers not only playing right now, but they'll be playing Saturday and Sunday here at Globe Life Field. Tickets at Rangers.com. Sunday, Jacob deGrom's debut for the season.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun. Going to bullpen earlier today, and way earlier today, right? A couple people got in, and they were camped out there watching him throw that bullpen. That'll be exciting on Sunday. There's Jacob. Tyler Mahle tomorrow. Leiter's given the Rangers a couple of scoreless so far, and now goes after Rafaela here to start the third. It'll be Rafaela, and then back to the top of the order for Boston. Winners yesterday. Red Sox won the season opener 5-2. And it was on a 3-run homer in the 9th inning by Wilyer Abreu, capping off an incredible day for him. Leiter's 1-1, and that one is in the air. Right field. Garcia positioned over towards center, able to make that play easily. Now Duran.
Be interesting. Second time through the lineup. We showed you that Jack Leiter last year got better second time through the lineup. What the Red Sox players have said in the dugout about this fastball, because everybody has struggled with that fastball.
And they've all seen it now. And then Duran taps this one foul.
Another one of the changeups there at 93 miles an hour. Gets ahead in the count.
The thing about the changeup for Jack, and I think it's probably worth a little discussion here. You think of a changeup as being that change of pace, and that's the biggest part of it. You're trying to come off your fastball enough that it upsets the timing a little bit of these hitters. That is the conventional changeup concept.
Right.
His changeup's a little harder at times, not all that distinguishable in terms of miles per hour off the fastball. But this new changeup that he's tried has so much more movement. It's got a hard break at the end.
And it's not a bad one to throw right here after getting ahead. He's missed high with 2 fastballs. Get the ball down in the zone, a little bit softer pitch.
And lined up the middle into center field for a base hit. So Duran timed it up.
We were on the same page there, 91 miles an hour here on the changeup, but it goes right down the middle, trying to kind of want that ball to fade down and away or hit that bottom away part of the zone. And that's a MVP All-Star here last year, right? The MVP of the All-Star game, Duran.
Yeah. So now Devers again, and he swings right through that fastball. Devers struck out on the first inning. Did not look good yesterday, an 0 for 4 day yesterday. Cora, his manager, didn't seem any worse to wear for that today. So, yeah. Every hitter, the greatest hitters, are going to have 0 for 4s. They might have a bunch of them. You know, we're pretty confident that Devers is going to hit. And they've seen a lot of it over the years. Heim asking for a moment here.
He can start hitting well on Monday.
Yeah. I think they go to Baltimore. That seems like a perfect place for him to get going. Oh, good start for Duran. Heim won't even bother to throw. I mean, that Duran had a step or so before Leiter even delivered.
Yeah, this is one here where it takes off early. If you could have stepped off, you had a free out, but that was just something timing where Duran saw something where the hold was going to be maybe 1-2 pitch. It was actually 1-2.5, but it didn't matter. Now, the one thing there is, I don't know, this is a really nice changeup for strike 2 on the stolen base, but does Devers just immediately take there knowing his guy easily has second base? It does put him in a 2-strike situation.
Time granted here to Devers. One out. Duran. Good base runner out there at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, that's low and in. There's that curveball.
It's very similar to the one in the first inning yesterday where Eovaldi got Devers to swing at 1.
All right. That looked good. Yeah, fastball in there. Strike 3 called. And Devers down looking. Third strikeout now for Leiter.
Let's look at the last 3 pitches in the finishing sequence here. Fastball in on the hands, catching the top corner, then going with the breaking ball below the zone, slow him down, and now make that 97 look a little bit harder, and Devers can't pull the trigger. Strike 3.
So now 2 outs and Bregman the batter. And he'll take a fastball for a strike. Right-handed hitter with power, as we know, and that is outside. 1-1. But the thing about Bregman, right, has always been just such a professional at bat. He'll take walks. He'll find all manners of way to help his team offensively. 1-2 the count. He does not look like he's got a good feel for Leiter yet.
No, the fastball's getting on him quick, and it's decision here for Jack. Does he want to go? He's thrown some really nice sliders in this game, or does he want to stick with the heater that the Red Sox have had a really tough time getting the bat head into the zone when it's in the zone?
1-2. Just missed the outside corner. Fans wanted it.
Yeah. You notice right there he went slide step. He's been going slow because he doesn't care if Duran steals third base. He's trying to make a good pitch. He's trying to mess up time and go 98 and quicker to the plate.
I'll step off this time. I was talking to Boch about that today, both in his case and in Rocker's case, because Rocker the other day, you remember, he went to the slide step in that final exhibition against Kansas City, looked a lot better. Boch really likes it, thinks it kind of helps both of them and the way they use their body. That's in the dirt. There's Jack doing some of that, that self-talk.
Yeah, he wants to, if you say like staying in a tunnel right there, he kind of got outside of his momentum going towards home plate. You're okay, it's just one pitch. And there's really a nice scoop there too from Jonah.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Easily lost in that moment. This one in the air, back of second base. Seager wants it, and the inning is over. So the Red Sox leave a man as well. After 2.5, no score. Jack Leiter, 3 shutout innings so far tonight against the Red Sox. Nobody has scored yet here tonight as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. But it is a good time to think about the kiddos. The 2025 Junior Rangers kit is out. It's ready. It's sponsored by Golden Chick for kids ages 14 and under. One-time cost of $25. It's the best deal in town. 4 ticket vouchers, a backpack, maybe even a t-shirt for that kid. Short sleeve hoodie, a tumbler, water cup. Who knows? Rangers.com/Junior Rangers is the place to go to sign up. Somebody's got to get that kid some candy too, probably. Right?
Yeah, looks a little tired.
A little pick-me-up or something for the fella. Jonah swings through that sweeper. 1-1.
Yeah, this is a tough pitch. Houck has this one going tonight. Another sweeper. There's a fastball.
Yeah, but that's sweeper to your point. I mean,
it sets everything up.
And it's pretty good tonight. He's commanding it well.
Like I said, early on in the count, he's able to land it for a strike. And now he can play with that pitch and start it as a strike, or it looks like a strike, and then out of the zone, and you get swings and misses on it.
Getting that fastball up there in the mid-90s. Well, Heim splitting the catcher's duties this year with Kyle Higashioka, who got the start yesterday. Jonah gets the nod today. The 1-2, and that ball's in the air, deep out to right. That has a chance. It's gone. First of the year for Jonah Heim, and the Buffalo Bomber has the Rangers on top 1-0.
Well, Jonah gets an off-speed pitch. He gets a sweeper. This one hangs just enough. Jonah stays back just enough. Pulls this one. Abreu did this to us yesterday, deking us. But that one, it doesn't matter. It's over the fence.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. I watched him for a bit. But that ball, off the bat, I thought it was hit a little better than his body language was trying to indicate.
Oh, here it is. And the elevation and just over.
355 feet.
You don't get any more runs if it goes 400 feet. Just has to go over the fence.
I see a rule change there.
After bragging about the, yeah.
Hey, if it goes over 400, give him an extra run.
Like the home run derby.
Yeah. .30, and that's down the middle. Strike one on Leote.
What a great feeling, though, for Jonah Heim. First at bat of 25 and hitting a homer on a 2-strike pitch against an all-star. I kind of want those calls to go Jack's way if we're going to do this.
No, I hear you. That I'll take an open strike zone, and that was what we said. Middlestat will give you a little extra on the outside. Not going to give you that much. And that's ball 4. Taveras takes his base. Did I just see you flinch because you were worried that was going to be called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball 4.
You were ready to yell at somebody.
Well, the last one I thought was just off the plate. This one was even more off the plate, but Leote does a good job of taking and getting on first base, and maybe we steal another base.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on this. I'd like to see a little more of that energy on the bases. Semien the batter, and he can drive a guy in. And that's on the ground, left side. Bregman will go the short way to second for one, and on to first for the double play. They go around the horn, 5-4-3. And just like that, 2 gone. Unfortunately, Seager comes to bat with the bases empty. Second ground ball double play that Houck has generated tonight, a guy who does get a lot of ground balls. Ball 1 to Corey. On the ground, right back to the mound, and Houck will underhand it all the way over to first to end the inning. So a disappointing end to the inning, but a great start. Jonah Heim reaches out and sends that into the seats and right, and the Rangers score the first run of the evening. That's too bad. Well, 1-0 Rangers thanks to Jonah Heim. First home run of the year for the Rangers backstop. Who's also done a nice job behind the plate tonight. Part of the order coming for Boston. Casas, Story, Campbell. So Leiter works with a lead now. He rushes one past Casas for strike one. Big, strong, power hitting first baseman Tristan Casas. A little bit of an avant-garde personality. Or perhaps a kind of a beatnik. Boy, that one was.
That's all on the plate.
Right on the, yeah, not just on the corner, on the plate.
90% of the ball is in that zone there. Thought we were giving pitches a little bit off the plate.
Yeah. Bounce down to first base. Berger feeds Leiter. One away. All right, let's check in with Laura.
Yeah, well, you guys have been mentioning this change that Jack Leiter made to his changeup over the offseason, so it's now more of a kick change with this new grip. You can see it on the right. His ring finger is now more in line with his middle finger, and this new positioning allows that finger to create more arm side break. It has more influence on the trajectory of that ball, which makes it nastier. It's also worth noting that the sinker is also a new addition to his repertoire this season. It similarly moves arm side, but for him, the focus on that pitch isn't about the movement. It's just about being able to locate it in that lower right quadrant.
This ball ripped down to third base. Long throw for Young. Not in time. Story still getting down the line pretty well. And just beat that out. Infield hit.
You see here Young making a nice play. Backhand. Gets his feet set. Or is it just a little bit high? I don't know. Even if it's a great throw, he's going to be beating that one out. That's a hit all the way. To your point, I didn't know Trevor Story could still run this well.
No, that was pretty impressive. So he's on, and here is Christian Campbell. Decent lead for Story, but not running, and the fastball is up. Ball one. I mentioned, it's just such a young guy, 22 years old, and he is the youngest Red Sox to start at second base on opening day since 1967. Story has to dive back in. Reggie Smith in 1967 was also 22 years old, but a couple hundred days younger anyway than Campbell. He looked a little young yesterday. There goes Story. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second, not in time. Another stolen base, second of the night for the Red Sox.
Yeah, there's nothing Jonah can do here. Jack gives a big leg lift, and on that, he's not going to be fast enough to the plate to give Jonah a chance, but makes a good pitch. You can see here Trevor gets in really easily there.
2 to count on Campbell. Had an infield hit in the second inning. Here it comes, and that's low. Red Sox are 2 for 9 in this series with runners in scoring position. They stranded a couple of runners in the second. They left Duran at second base last inning. And now it's Trevor Story out there. And this one is up the middle. That gets through, base hit. Story into third base. They will stop him there. That ball was smoked. Hit hard enough, it may have actually cost the Red Sox a run.
Right here, four-seam fastball. Up, that's a good job of hitting right there. That ball is up in the zone, maybe even a hair above the zone. You see their Story has to hold there as the ball was hit too hard to try to score on that one. And see if Jack can get a ground ball here. Hawk's been able to get a couple of them for the Red Sox.
One was 100 miles an hour off the bat there by Campbell, and now danger is Abreu steps in, and he takes a mighty cut at that one. Walked in the second inning. He's been on 5 times already in this series. He's in a hole here. 0-2. We've talked about this. We talked about it a lot during spring, and I realize a lot of folks weren't maybe tuned into those spring games like they are now today. But you pointed out last year with 2 strikes, that's where Leiter sometimes couldn't quite finish it.
Yeah, and that was something that he worked on in the offseason. He looked like he was better at it in spring training, but now here's the real deal. You got 0-2. You have yourself a runner on third base, less than 2 outs. You've put yourself in a strikeout situation. Let's see where he goes here to try to put him away, and put him away quickly, not go 3-4 more pitches deep into this one.
0-2. Again, he was talking to himself before the pitch. There's a little Max Scherzer there, right?
Yeah. Evaldi does it a little bit,
yeah.
But to your point, Max is a little bit more and Jack's a little bit more.
Yeah. One and 2 the count. And you know, I saw this a couple times last inning too. It's as if he's reaching back, looking for a little more here,
right.
And sometimes that can undo you just as much as anything.
He wanted that breaking ball more nasty. Right. No, your breaking ball's plenty nasty. Wanted that fastball elevated a little bit more. No, they're not getting to your fastball just above the zone. You don't have to raise it that much.
The pitch to Abreu. And that one out to the alley in right field. That gets down, base hit. So Story scores. Campbell dives into third. And Abreu ties the game with an RBI single. That guy is an official Rangers nemesis.
Well, this one just stays about belt high. Extension from Abreu. Line drive to center field. And unfortunately, how fast the Boston Red Sox team is overall, it's another first and third situation.
So Mike Maddox, veteran pitching coach, out to slow things down a moment here with Leiter. Runners on the corners, 1 out. It's interesting, he's been so good all night, but when things get ratcheted up a little, it's a natural instinct, but trying just a little harder does seem to be a problem.
Yeah, he just overdid it a little bit.
Well,
and then when he got to 2-2, just didn't execute the pitch.
Okay, so he catches his breath, maybe slows down that heart rate a little here as Connor Wong, also a dangerous hitter, steps in right side. Take up and in. That urge, though, to try harder.
Yeah.
You've been in these kinds of spots.
Yeah.
How hard is it to control that?
It's very tough because maybe for Jack earlier in his career it might have worked, but here in the major leagues you just want to make sure that you stay within yourself. Right there, 95. It wasn't a perfectly executed pitch, but once again, that fastball got in on the hitter a little bit faster than they wanted. Just stay within yourself. His stuff's good enough. He doesn't have to do more.
One.
The other thing too is there can be a moment in a career where you kind of back off a little bit and it works, and now you've put that in your brain. Okay, it worked to not go harder here. I'm not saying throw it harder, but just stay within myself and maybe back off 5%, and then you realize you don't have to go after it as hard.
Ground ball shortstop. That could get him out of trouble. 1 out there, 2, and a double play gets Leiter out of the 4th inning.
Leiter gets a big ground ball that he needed. First and third, 1 out. Seager to Semien to Berger. 1 run in the inning. Let's get some runs, Rangers. coverage provided by Jack Daniels. Rangers Sports Network is going to give you a lot of awesome views this year and years to come.
Man, I think they're going to sit there and give us a lot of Jack Daniels.
Oh, well.
And I was like, wow, where's this going? This is, aerial views? Langford, Peterson, and Garcia in this fourth inning. And that's in the air. Out to left field. Duran has it measured. One away. Okay, Mike, how about our Chevy under the hood as Jock Peterson heads to the plate? His 12th big league season. Twice been an all-star. He's won 2 world titles, once with his teammate Corey Seager and the Dodgers, 2020, the next year with Atlanta. And 209 homers since 2015. 5th among left-handed batters. And he takes a strike to get things going here in the fourth inning. He's got power.
Now in the American League.
Yeah. That's that one in the air to center, but not going to carry. Raffaella will tuck it away.
The one thing about this inning right now is with 2 quick outs, Jack just had a long inning. So I was hoping that the Rangers could do some damage here, but also give them a chance to kind of recover in the dugout a little bit longer. So it's like, in a way, this is kind of a big at bat to kind of have a 5-pitch at bat, maybe even get on base here.
Ball 1. Remember, it was Garcia who drew the walk in the second inning, and a fairly patient at bat. We mentioned earlier it was Garcia who actually has good numbers against Tao. Aren't many. Are you kidding me?
Maybe it's that slingy motion that makes it tougher to call. That the ball's moving from right to left so much.
That's like 2 balls off the plate, though. I get it. Sometimes you get, a guy will give a little extra here and there. But that seemed excessive.
No, I'm with you. But when you look maybe at the way that he throws, that maybe it's a tougher pitch to call when it goes from right to left.
2-2. Like Garcia seems like he's seeing the ball so much better.
Yeah.
Than I remember last year. Nowhere near as jumpy. Stays 2-2.
I think that was one Garcia. He fouled it off, but for the out pitch, the sweeper pitch, that was not executed well. Just missed it. Garcia did see this one well. 2 strikes. He does give a powerful swing there, just underneath it.
Here it comes. Fouled back. Last year, 25 home runs for El Bombi, but a down year. The average was way down. The slug, the on base, all of it. You go back to that World Series season, 39 homers, and that's to say nothing of what he did in the postseason. And you wanted a competitive, longer at bat here, if for no reason than to give Jack Leiter a breath, and he's given it to him.
He's done it. Yeah, this is a really good at bat. You'd love to see him get on base somehow, some way.
Whoa! Low bridge. That's ball 4.
Yeah.
You get first base, buddy.
That'll mess up your brain a little bit when 95 is thrown.
Hey, why is he not going to first?
That should be ball 4. That's what I have here.
Oh, that's absolutely ball 4. Hold on a moment. What are we doing? Okay. Yeah, Boch is like, hang on a second. You only have to see 4 bad ones.
I feel like the umpires should get together here if we have the wrong count. Okay, we're gonna.
All right, we got it. And maybe Hunter had it right the whole time, because Garcia got up and seemed confused. He was asking, was that ball 4? But an 8-pitch walk. And he's walked twice tonight. Garcia's seen 15 pitches tonight in 2 plate appearances. Berger with a chance to keep the inning going here. Bounces that one foul.
Not a bad time again with 2 outs. Guy with power at the plate to try to get into scoring position by stealing a bag again.
This ball lifted out to fairly deep center, but Rafaela is there. Inning is over. Rangers leave a man. Great at bat by El Bombe, but nothing doing. 5th inning coming up here tonight. It's a 1-1 ball game.
One headed to the 5th inning, and it's Peagle bobblehead presented by Golden Chick. Friday, April 4th against the Rays. The first 15,000 fans. Tickets at Rangers.com.
It's got to be a bobble wing, though, right? I mean, it's a bobble head if the head doesn't bobble.
I don't know how many things they make that the wings bobble.
Not many, right? They're going to bobble everything, it seems, anymore.
The bobble legs of Beltre in here.
Right. This one on the ground quickly to shortstop. And Leiter, 1 pitch, gets 1 out as Rafaela is retired quickly to start the 5th.
It's one thing that Leiter has done great is he's 5 for 5 in getting the leadoff hitter out. And that'll set you up for success.
Jacob Webb, 31-year-old right-hander, listening in the Rangers bullpen. Duran the batter, and a backdoor curveball just missed.
It's outside, but we've seen that one called a strike.
He has not gotten much benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Not a bad miss there, just a small miss, just barely off the plate.
The fastball runs away from him a little bit. 2-0 on Duran, who was grounded out and singled.
Got the single on a changeup on a 2-1 count last time. We'll see here 2-0 what Jack decides to throw.
This one on 1 hop, second base. Semien throws out Duran, who was burning down the line. 2 away. Let's check in with Laura.
Guys, this outing for Leiter has had some similarities to his last spring training outing, in which he only gave up 1 run through his first 5 innings, but he had a ton of traffic. He gave up 11 hits throughout that 6-inning outing, but he told me yesterday that that was the outing that he needed because it showed him that he can keep attacking the zone. He needs to stay on the attack because you can have traffic on the bases, you can give up hits, and still give your team a chance to win, guys.
Yeah, only 5 hits so far today, but also mixed in the walk to Abreu. But I agree. I mean, this has not been easy street for him. He has had to work, but he's made big pitches. He's got Devers on strikes twice today. 1-1 to count here.
And we saw that in spring training. We've seen it a little bit in this game where he's been a little bit short on breaking pitches. Last season with AAA Round Rock, the Pacific Coach Pitcher of the Year. Great job here at getting ahead of one of the best hitters in the game. Now we get to the put-away pitch.
Let's see if you can give him the hat trick today. Struck him out swinging the first time, looking last time. The 1-2 to Devers, and he won't chase that one.
That's the too much.
Yep.
Just trying a little bit too hard. It's easy to say, hard to do, because you want to give great effort, but it's that exceeding the effort that then causes that pitch to not go where you want. You're not executing that pitch.
2-2 here. And he misses badly outside with that one. Full count. Does not want to lose Devers. I say that just because he's controlled him really well so far here, and that guy's dangerous. Bregman on deck. Webb might be ready to go if needed. 3-2, and I think he got him. He did. Strikes out Devers for the third time tonight. And if indeed that's the end of the evening for Jack, pretty good finish.
Yeah, 1-2-3 inning for Jack in the fifth, and throws the heater by Devers on the sword.
Rangers baseball on RSN is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Texas. 1-1 game, and now the Rangers batting here at the bottom of the fifth inning. Jack Leiter, 82 pitches through 5. Houck working very efficiently here in the fifth inning. It's a bouncer third base. Long throw from Bregman is in time, and he retires his opposite number. He's made a couple of really nice plays tonight.
Yeah, and give Casas a lot of credit here, as Bregman does make the nice backhand play, but this is not an easy pick here. That's kind of that in-between hop. It's not a long hop. It's not a short hop. Really nice hands here from first baseman Tristan Casas. See the stretch, working through the ball.
Oh, a big swing from Jonah Heim. That ball's got a chance. Gone! Into the bullpen! A two-homer night for Jonah Heim. And he has the Rangers back in front.
It's Heim time tonight. 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, 1 on the sweeper. This one's changeup. He catches this one clean and knows it right off the bat. Souvenir for those Ranger bullpen pitchers.
That's right, they deserve it. Oh, a couple of great swings tonight from Jonah. And now that ball served out to center field. That gets down for a base hit. The switch hitters having a night. Taveras on for a second time this evening.
Good job here from Leote, catching the ball right below the zone. Good pitch, better hitting. What does this remind you a little bit of 2023? Now I know Jonah's not on base, but the bottom of the order getting on base and producing, so Marcus Semien has opportunities to knock in runs.
Semien at the right side, and he'll take inside for a strike. Last time up, bounced into the double play. One.
I don't know, it looked like Leote right there had a Duran jump, but went so quick, he's like, I might have gone too fast and shut it down.
Draw throw this time.
I think they noticed it. He was timing him up, was a little bit too quick. If he'd have kept going, he would have had the base easily, but was afraid that Houck might step off and get a free out.
He is going this time. A swing and a miss. It is strike two. Boy, he stole that one easily.
Well, he goes, stops, and goes. And still doesn't stand. Well, he slid at the end. Didn't need to.
Could have rounded. Semien off his foot. All right, a look at our Ford leaderboard. Scoring out of that leadoff spot. Marcus Semien 300 times since 2022, and he's got a pretty substantial lead on the rest of baseball. He's been, that's what you want, right? When you get off man on and scoring runs.
I will say those 5 names are all 5 perennial all-stars when they're healthy, and possible Hall of Famers when their careers end.
Including the guy at the plate. Marcus, you know, it's easy to get distracted by some of the stuff Corey Seager's done and some of the other names that roll through town. Marcus Semien, in the odd-numbered years recently, has finished top 3 in MVP voting the last 3 odd-numbered seasons. In the air. Deep center field, but not enough. Second out of the inning as Taveras tags and goes to third.
You see Leote sees this as an easy fly ball in the right center gap there, and tags, gets to third base with 2 outs.
Rangers 1 for 8 so far in this series with runners in scoring position.
Is this a decision? Do you just want to intentionally walk him, or do you want to pitch to him? Is that the conversation here?
Well, you tell me how that goes, right? I mean, is that a question you come out with, or is that an instruction?
It matters who's pitching.
Yeah.
If, just for example, Jack Leiter, we're going to make that decision for you. All-star like Tanner Houck, maybe you trust him in these situations to make the decision how he wants to pitch him, or if he just wants to go to the righty Langford.
I feel like every pitcher is going to answer that the same way. That's low, ball 1.
If you answer it that way and you give up a hit 1 or 2 times, they don't ask you anymore.
Okay. They're pitching to him anyway. 1 on Corey Seager. Reached on the infield, hit in the first inning. Bounced back to the mound his last time up in the third. And he shoots that one over third base. Just fouled. Saw that note there with Corey. The 2024 Rangers Player of the Year. And let's be honest, you can pretty much write that one in every year. Shortstop who hits 30+ home runs every season. Upstairs, 2-2. I mean, since becoming a Ranger, his worst season in terms of home runs was last year with 30.
Yeah. And these are all in shortened times because of injury.
Outside, full count.
You know, I really believe if Corey can stay healthy, there's a chance. I know we talk about 40-40, 40 stolen bases, 40 homers. I believe he has the ability to hit 40 doubles and 40 homers in a season.
And he takes strike 3 called on the outside corner. Boy, Houck has mastered getting that call tonight. Pretty quality pitch, inning over.
Well, Jonah Heim has had 2 at-bats tonight. 2 strikes, gets a breaking ball, hits it into right field, and gets a changeup, and hits it into the Rangers bullpen for a 2-1 lead. Two to one Rangers as we head to the 6th inning, and let's go to the bullpen here. The Standard Insurance call to the bullpen. Sean Armstrong on. Last year in 57 games with Tampa, St. Louis, and Chicago. 66 2/3 innings, 4.86 ERA, and Boone Bregman up to the plate.
We got the final 2 outs in yesterday's game. And what was his 300th career appearance. And right back out there again today. 6th inning against Bregman. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And so Boston has the lead man on here in the 6th inning. That'll give us a moment now for Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Bregman aboard for Tristan Casas now. Casas deep in the box, and he takes a low strike, so Armstrong gets the benefit of a little extra right there.
Well, this one probably below the zone on the plate. Give Jonah Heim credit for pulling that one up into the zone there. That one counts as one of those ones on Jonah's stats for stealing a strike.
Matters. And there's a beauty right on the outside corner. You made the observation during spring training. During spring training, each team had 2 challenges for balls and strikes. The ABS challenge system, we called it. And it was great. Players got to experiment a little bit with it. We're not using that rule during the regular season. But your observation, your takeaway from that was what?
How good the umpires are.
That's right. They got challenged time and again, and they were almost always right.
Yeah, it was by just centimeters.
Yeah.
But they were right.
Yeah.
A lot, at least in the games we called.
I thought it was kind of cool what we saw too, because let's say they called a ball, a guy challenged it. Oh, yep, it was a ball, and they would show us on the screen that indeed it was a ball by 0.3 of an inch. I mean, that's pretty amazing that they can make that judgment with the ball spinning, moving left to right, up and down, coming at you at nearly 100 miles per hour. And
yeah.
it just, well, it was a ball.
It does show, look, these are the best players in the world, and these are the best umpires in the world. And next year, we will probably see challenges in Major League Baseball.
I think that system's going to be in play. Swing and a miss. Armstrong strikes out Casas. 1 away.
Well, this is a great job of opening up the outside corner, because you look at the last pitch, moving the hands, moving the feet inside, and then nice 91 miles an hour, bottom corner. Casas, tough to reach out there after throwing one inside off the plate.
Here's Story. Shooting one the other way, foul. Trevor Story 1 for 2 tonight. Boston with 6 hits this evening, but just the 1 run to show for it. And it was Story who, after that hit, stole second, eventually came around to score. Runner goes. Bouncer right side of the infield. Semien had moved over to cover the bag. Throws to first. In time. And they just get Story. Wow. It was wide open over there on the right side of the infield, but the Gold Glove second baseman covered it up.
Yeah, this is a great play here as Story gets jammed, and luckily that gets him out of the box just a little bit later. Semien covering second, getting back to his position, quickly getting rid of the ball, and just barely. Right call. Yeah. Getting Story out. Big second out.
Campbell 2 for 2 tonight. Takes a strike. Single up the middle in the 4th inning. Reached on an infield hit in the 2nd. Bregman at second base. Count quickly 0-2 on the rookie.
We've talked about how disciplined guys like Bregman are for the Boston Red Sox. Now Campbell being a rookie in his 2nd ever Major League game. I'd see here if he has the discipline to lay off of something down and away.
Oh, man. Listen, he's 2 for 2. There are no pictures in the box score.
No. Yeah.
But this is no Mona Lisa we're putting together.
No. He's found a way to get on base, but this is interesting. 94 miles an hour, kind of down the middle, is a weird swing, but he lives for another pitch.
Oh, 2. And that fastball is away.
And Armstrong throws what I call a traditional cutter. He throws a cut fastball. He's throwing the ball 93, 95 with his fastball, and then 90, 91 with his cutter.
And a swing and a miss. Campbell strikes out, and Armstrong gets out of trouble in the 6th inning.
Well, runner in scoring position, and Armstrong throws the 4-seam heater, letter high, gets strike 3, gets out 3, and gets out of the inning. Get free MLB TV with T-Mobile. Redeem today at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
Good idea. Bottom of the 6th inning. Rangers up 2-1. And Langford turns away from ball 1. Houck out for a 6th inning. Yesterday, Eovaldi went 6 innings for the Rangers. Garrett Crochet went 5. So Houck coming out in the 6th inning in tonight's game, providing a little extra length for Alex Cora and his bullpen. Langford fouls away strike 1. Wyatt 0 for 2 tonight. How about that start yesterday for Eovaldi? I found myself literally right before bed last night thinking, like, man, that was an incredible start. This one lined into left field, and Langford is aboard. Man on here in the 6th inning. And unfortunately, not a lot to show for it.
No, it's almost like, how did he give up 2 runs? When you're watching that game, it's like, hey, it's a great outing, 6 innings, 2 runs. How did he even give up 2 runs the way he was pitching?
Well, Wilyer Abreu. It was the story yesterday for Boston. But 9 strikeouts, no walks for Eovaldi yesterday.
Had it all working, but the curveball was pretty special yesterday.
Amazing. Just think of the split finger fastball being the pitch that really has kind of made his career. Oh, he's always had such a great fastball as well, but the curveball yesterday stole the show. Houck off with the splitter there, 1-1 to count.
No matter what you work on in spring training, this is now a real game. There's more adrenaline here, and you're in the 6th inning. You're running out of a little bit of juice. And you can see right here, Houck's a little bit different so far this inning than he has been. Now, he's a great pitcher, but it's tough to train. No matter what, it's tough to train for a real major league game getting into that 6th up, which we call the 6th inning here, where you're sitting down and getting up and facing a good lineup here.
I saw that phone ringing out in their bullpen too, so Red Sox ready to start preparing for the end of Houck's evening.
Those last 2 pitches look like fatigue pitches.
Yeah, he's not finishing. He can't quite get there right now. And between pitches, stretching out, going down to the dirt, he's searching a little bit. 3-1, and that's hit sharply up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Langford can run a little bit. He's headed for 3rd. Here comes a throw. Oh, and they got him on the shoulder. And that play was made by Bregman coming off the bag to get to the ball earlier and get that tag on the shoulder. If he waits for it to get to 3rd, they don't get Langford. We'll check it upstairs to see if that's worth challenging. The Rangers will give it a shot.
Well, Rafaela makes a really nice 1-hop throw here. Bregman makes the tag, and it's really close. I can't tell off of that, and luckily he does pull the tag off because Langford comes off the base here in the end, but the tag's not on him anymore. This is going to be close.
Well, I don't think they're not challenging.
Oh,
Boch, I don't know if Boch just didn't get the signal or didn't get it in time, but they're not challenging.
I couldn't tell on that replay. I mean, we had great angles there. It's just, that was really close. Is he mad that they said he ran out of time?
That's my guess. Yeah, it looks like that frustration is, he's mad at the machine. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's mad at the way he was just treated in his replay situation. He couldn't get that call in time. So tough break right there. And Garcia bats with 1 out.
I know a lot of times you say, hey, you don't want to make the 1st or 3rd out at 3rd base. I thought that was a good aggressive decision there. It was just a perfect throw and really close on the tag. And it doesn't matter if it was really close. They called him out, so he's out.
So Peterson, the runner at 1st. Garcia has had 2 great plate appearances tonight. And watches that one off the plate.
Here it is one more time.
Here's the thing. That's not clear to me that it was or wasn't right. My guess is if that was reviewed, call probably stands.
I'm with you.
So it may be, from the Rangers' perspective, a benefit that they didn't get it. Todd Tischner's the third base umpire. He's also the crew chief, and he's the one who waved it off and said, no. You guys took too much time. And so that's when Boch was showing some frustration out that way. That's who he was addressing, was Tischner. 2-2. In the air, short left. And Duran will get to it. It's a second out of the inning. So again, Tischner, third base umpire. You see him right here. No, Boch, I'm telling you. No.
Just grabbed his backside. What does grabbing your backside mean?
It says, I got that little box from New York that says you ran out of time. It's not me, it's them. They said you can't do it. This ball hit hard over third. That's a base hit and down into that left field corner. Jock Peterson into third. The ball got away from Duran. Here comes Peterson. He is in there. Jock Peterson scores from first on the double by Jake Burger, and the Rangers on top 3-1.
Well, you talk about what is home field advantage. Great job by Jock Peterson running, but the left field wall, home field advantage right here. Hanging breaking ball. Burger crushes it. Now watch this bounce. As it comes back hard, Duran was thinking it was going to bounce more towards the center field side, so he had to run in and get it. And Peterson did a good job of running the whole way, letting Beasley send him home, and gets in safe.
Well, that fatigue finally reared its ugly head, and the Rangers extend the lead to 3-1. New pitcher coming on.
Rangers lead 3-1, 2 outs in the sixth inning. Runner on second base, and Greg Weissert in relief for the Boston Red Sox as Tanner Houck had a nice start, but not as good as Jack Leiters.
Weissert goes to work on Young. Burger the man at second base. 3-1, Rangers on top.
Last season in 62 games, 63 and a third innings pitched, 3.13 ERA.
Young 0 for 2 tonight. And he hits this one up the middle. That's a base hit. Burger got a good start. He comes around third. Here comes a throw. Not in time. And Young goes to second. RBI single by Young. Rangers lead it 4-1.
Jake Burger with some wheels here. First, Josh Young getting a pitch inside, hitting it hard back up the middle. 2 outs, we're going. You got to make a throw. It's a nice throw, but Burger beats it. Getting the hand in.
And now the hero of the night, Jonah Heim. 2 for 2, 2 home runs. And he shoots that in the air down the left side. Heading toward the corner. Duran into that corner, and he'll make the catch. The inning is over. But a profitable one at that.
Well, the Rangers get a couple runs. Jake Burger with the big double. Jock Peterson scores. He scores on the Josh Young base hit. And the Rangers take the 4-1 lead going to the 7th inning.
Another reminder, our aerial coverage provided by Jack Daniels. And thanks again, Jack Daniels. It's been really fun this weekend. This is our debut weekend here on Rangers Sports Network, presented by Progressive. We've had so many beautiful looks at the ballpark and the game. Mark Church is on here.
Standard Insurance called to the bullpen. 1-1 last year in 20 games.
He's got a little cushion with which to work now. With the Rangers up 4-1, bottom third of the order. But this is the guy who's been so much trouble, Wilyer Abreu, and he singles into right field. He has been on all 3 times tonight. 2 hits and a single. Another 2 hits and a walk. Yesterday had the 2 home runs, a single and a walk.
You see here, this ball isn't hit super hard, trying to go away. Gets the ball in just enough to jam, but this is Abreu. I guess we're doing good tonight. And he reached first base all 3 times.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think the Rangers will take that. This man's a menace. Connor Wong fouls that one back. I mean, he's reached all 7 times in this series.
He's having a perfect season.
Well, now you just jinx it for him.
We're good. We have to face him 2 more times in this series. Give him a day off. It's too hot.
Well, he's got to be tired. He's on his feet all night. Inside, that one gets away, and Abreu jogs out to second base.
You know, it's interesting, too, with Abreu is we get to talk to the Red Sox TV and radio guys, and there's like, you know, he didn't have a very good spring training, and he had a stomach situation where he had to miss games, and so coming into this series, they were just wondering, you know, how well is he going to hit because he didn't get a lot of at-bats in spring training. He's the one crushing the Rangers.
And fastball is up. 2-1 the count. Abreu, by the way, moving up on a pass ball there just a moment ago. Set up in. That one came inside. Church missing badly there. 3-1. Mark Church has been a bit of a fascination in Rangers camp the last couple of years. Just 24 years old. And he runs that one in. So a single and a walk.
Just not able to get that release point right now as everything's staying arm side off the plate. After kind of pulling that pitch to Abreu where he was trying to stay arm side on the corner, pulled that one inside. So he's just not executing his pitches right now. And it's his debut and a lot of big league experience. And hopefully Mike, with the grab of the shoulder and the hand over the mouth, gets him to throw a ground ball double play.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? He's made the one appearance in his career. It was on the road last year. How about a message right now from Standard Insurance?
For nearly 70 years, Standard has helped Texans save on their car and home insurance. Call Standard. Call Standard today.
Don't delay. Call Standard today.
Well, that'll fire you up. Abreu at second. Wong at first. And here is Rafaela. And that's slashed foul. Strike one. Yeah, so for Church, I think your observation's kind of an important one, right? Big crowd, home game. He's never had this experience. The one time we saw him was at the end of last year in Anaheim. This feels a lot different, no doubt. And he's up with that one.
Yeah, the nerves are there, and a lot of times when the nerves are there, you overthrow a little bit, the ball stays up or doesn't go exactly where you want. But you just got to make one good pitch here and get a grounder to somebody in the infield. Now, the tough thing is we've seen if you get the ground ball, it's still going to be a tough double play because Rafaela can fly down the line. You put yourself in a position for a strikeout. We talked about it yesterday. Rafaela will chase, but you have to give him something that looks like a strike 90% of the way there.
Well, that's how Church has built his reputation as well, as with the strikeout. 1-2. It's in the air. Might be playable. Berger is over. Will he have room? Yes, he makes the catch. And an important first out of the inning.
It was a nice job by Church staying with this ball. Remember, he played a lot of third base for the Marlins last year, a little bit of first. So good job of going the other way where you're not having to worry too much about walls. Catches it there and makes sure the runner doesn't tag and go to third base.
Saw Berger make a couple of good plays yesterday. A good play right there. And that will end the evening for Mark Church. So he's done. Top of the order coming, and here comes Hobie Milner for the Rangers. Rangers up by 3, top of the 7th inning. Here's Hobie Milner.
Well, your standard insurance call to the bullpen. Milner from Pasco High School, 64 2/3 innings last year with the Milwaukee Brewers.
34-year-old side-winding lefty, and he gets that first one in for a strike. Inherits a couple of base runners here. And he's dealing with the top of the order. Jarren Duran for Boston, and that's in the air, short left field. Coming on Langford, he'll have to take it on a hop. He had a chance at a force at third, but didn't get it cleanly. Gray was just kind of hung between second and third. Not a whole lot he could do. The ball got away from Langford, no worries.
Yeah, Langford tries his best here. He comes in. If he would have caught it clean, like you said, Dave, and then thrown a perfect strike to third, maybe you get the force play. But right here, keeps the ball in front of him. Kind of uses his chest there to make sure it doesn't get by him. And now we have ourselves a big situation with a big hitter up.
Milner, a guy who gets ground balls. He could use one here. First pitch to Devers, right in there for a strike. Devers 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. In fact, Leiter had just 4 strikeouts for the outing, but 3 of them were Devers. The count now 0-2.
Get to that 0-2 pitch. And this one, trying to get this ball away. It stays in the middle of the plate, but the arm angle, and Devers a little bit late on that swing there.
2-strike pitch, and it's low.
Good location on 0-2.
Signed a 1-year deal in December to be a Ranger this year. Thrilled to be pitching for his home club. The 1-2, and that, man alive.
And you talk about the arm angles and where you're coming from, and that ball might have caught the corner. It's really close. Boch wanted it. We wanted it too.
2-2. Well, Devers not off to a fast start in these first couple of games. A bit of a struggle, but this is a guy over the last 5-6 years, arguably one of the most dangerous hitters in baseball. Fouled away. Nobody since 2019, nobody in baseball has more extra base hits or total bases. He has the most doubles in the American League since 2019. I mean, he's a threat. 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Milner gets maybe the biggest strikeout of the night right there.
Boy, Devers fouled off a couple of tough pitches, but the finishing pitch right here, fastball 89 miles an hour, top of the zone. Ball almost looks like where the angle is that it's riding up. Great job by Milner. You got to get one more though.
Bregman the batter, and he takes strike 1. Bregman 1 for 3.
Really nice backdoor sweeper to start the count off.
Milner closes that body off and deals outside. Bases loaded for Bregman. He'll watch it away, and he's not gonna give you an easy out.
No, he's not going to chase, especially in a 1-1 or 2-1 count. You're going to have to throw a quality pitch here.
Tying runs on base. Go ahead, run at the plate. Ground ball, third base. Sliding stop, Young. Long throw on one hop in time. They get Bregman, and Milner gets out of a bases loaded jam in the 7th inning. Can't ask for much more than that.
No, Josh Young with a great backhand slide, gets up quick and throws the one hopper to Jake Berger for the final out.
Well, it's time for God Bless America. Let's hear from Chuck Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and direct your attention down the third baseline and welcome back Nicole Johnson. Nicole will now perform God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Well, folks, be sure to tell your friends this copyright telecast is presented by authority of Rangers Television, LLC, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of today's game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Rangers Television, LLC. What a night tonight. Rangers up 4-1. Inside Globe Life Field. Bottom of the seventh. Weishart came in last inning to clean things up. And now starts the seventh against Leody Taveras in the top of the order coming. And he just misses outside. That was close. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good job laying off of that one. Leody off to a really good start.
Had a really good spring and looks comfortable up there. And there's also, you know, listen, I don't know exactly how you quantify it, but just, you know, when you're talking to guys and you get a sense for how they feel about themselves, he just seems like a guy in a much, I don't want to say a better state of mind, because that implies that maybe there was something wrong last year or something, but he just seems like he's in a really good place right now.
I'm with you. He seems just there's a little bit more pep, a little bit more energy.
I'm not saying that always translates, but you can tell when guys are trying to feel good and when guys legitimately feel good, and he's in a good place. And I say that, and he takes a very close strike 3 call.
This one looked like it was below the zone. It looked like a really good take, but
I don't think you can feel bad about that.
no, it's called strike 3, but according to our box there, that one was low, but hey, we gave Heim credit. We'll give Wong credit for framing that one up.
That was close enough, right? You got to,
Yeah.
you know, you could go a couple of different ways on that. Maybe that's close enough that you feel like you should have spoiled it or something. Hit Sharkey on the ground third. Bregman, not the guy to hit it to, though. Nice play down there. And he throws out Semien. So 2 gone. Base is empty for Corey Seager. He's reached on an infield hit today. Seager playing a little compromised in this opening series as Alex Cora heads out there. Bernardino had been warming in the bullpen, and it may be that he's coming in. In fact, Weissert, yeah, he's done. Brennan Bernardino, the left-hander, coming in for the Red Sox when we return. Hey, Globe Life Baseball and Softball Grant Program is open and accepting applications right now through June 27th. Schools, nonprofits, youth sports organizations, and the whatnots across the 5-state territory are eligible. Go to rangers.com/grant for all the information and to get that application in. Way up top here tonight at Globe Life Field. Rangers leading 4-1. And the left-hander, Bernardino, is on.
Last year, 4-3 record, 57 games, 51 innings pitched, 256 batting average against.
Left on left here, on to face Corey Seager. Two away in the inning, though, and this one in the air out to left field. That chases Duran back near the warning track. It'll make the catch. So Bernardino gets his man. 7th inning is done. We go to the 8th with the Rangers leading by 3.
Welcome back to Globe Life Field. Rangers lead by 3 at the top of the 8th inning. Josh Smith in at third base, and earlier today he was recognized with his Silver Slugger Award for the utility position last season with an incredible season at the plate. But Bochy said he was looking forward to seeing him get that award and get acknowledged for a role that's not easy, because it's been his defense throughout spring and yesterday with that incredible play at shortstop in the 7th inning that's really just been Gold Glove worthy. Bochy said normally coming into the season finding a good utility player is one of his biggest concerns, but with Josh Smith he doesn't even have to think about it. And in Bochy's words, these players are not falling out of trees, guys.
Which is good, because they get hurt.
Yeah, he's in.
Right.
Because Josh Young
is out, and he didn't fall out of a tree, but that neck bothering him again. Stiffness that knocked him out of a game in an exhibition on Monday, and is limited to some degree what he can do this week. So Young is out, Smith is in, and Jacob Webb has taken over on the mound.
Standard Insurance called the bullpen last year with Baltimore, 56 2/3 innings, 3.02 ERA, 192 batting average against.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Casas.
Nice changeup on 1-1 count right there.
Casas 0 for 3 so far tonight. Struck out his last time up. That was against Armstrong. And they'll take high here. Jack Leiter went 5 innings today. He was really good. He worked around a little bit of traffic out there. 5 hits in 5 innings and a walk, but he allowed just 1 run. Struck out 4.
Dominant fastball from Leiter tonight. And he threw a lot by him, and a lot were just fouled off late and worked off of that. And threw some really nice off-speed pitches too, but I really love the fastball tonight from Leiter.
Webb's 2-2. Oh, that one golfed down into right field. Garcia makes the play. I'm not sure how Tristan Casas got to that ball. 1 away. We have a moment here for Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Right now, Story has a base hit and a stolen base tonight. I mentioned yesterday that Story has been a leader in this clubhouse. He's the shortstop. He's still one of the bigger threats at the plate for this team. He's smack in the middle of a 6-year deal with Boston, but he hosted a lot of the young players in the offseason for some workouts here in the Metroplex. Grew up in Irving, lives in the Metroplex now. So we had 3 or 4 of the young players who were on this roster out here to work out this offseason, sort of get a glimpse into what it takes to be a player, let's say, of Trevor Story's level.
Yeah.
And it's a little something that he took away from his time in Colorado. Troy Tulowitzki used to do that. Similar kind of thing for some of the young Rockies players. I have no doubt some of the guys that he hosted this year will go on and do the same once they become established guys.
I'm sure Tulowitzki there in Austin probably feels very proud that something that he did, being a good teammate, the young guy saw it now as a veteran guy, is doing the same thing and passing down the knowledge on how to be a professional and an everyday player.
2 pitch and a chopper third base. Smith right there in time to get Story 2 away. It has always been one of my favorite things about baseball is that you guys, as competitive as you are, as much as on the line every day for all of these guys.
Yeah.
The way guys do hand it down generation to generation. I just think it's so cool and selfless.
Yeah, it is tough, but it's just something that is the right thing to do. And what other sport, maybe there is a stat for this, but there's a stat in baseball called a sacrifice. Whether it's a fly, whether it's a bunt, but I mean, there's something called like, hey, you did something well. You sacrificed yourself for the team.
fouled away. That's actually that's brilliantly put, Mike. I'll write that down. Mike's best observations of the year. That's on the list.
Well, we're only in game 2.
I like that one.
I've set the standard. Standard entrance.
And you're selling stuff as well. Well, Christian Campbell, how about 3 hits in this opening series already for this guy? And, you know, 2 of them have been a little funky.
Yeah.
But he'll take them.
At times it's a little bit confusing as a pitcher, some of his swings to go, probably should just go back to that, right?
Underneath this one, a little pop-up near first. Berger in foul ground. Squeezes the final out of the inning. So, last of the 8th coming up. Rangers with a 4-1 lead. Jacob Webb with a perfect 8th inning. You know who else is having a big series? Section 133 out there. Way to go. Been some good energy around the ballpark this weekend.
That's a fun place to sit. You're near to the Rangers bullpen, and they're into the game from start to finish.
Part of the order this inning, Langford flashes that first one foul. Langford, Peterson, Garcia. Bernardino stays in the game. Maybe just to face the first 2 hitters this inning. Langford and Peterson, and that would satisfy the 3-batter minimum rule. The Rangers do have Kevin Pillar in the on-deck circle. Bouncer, third base. Busy night down there for Bregman. Has handled everything really well. 1 away.
Help me out here. Bernardino finished the inning, so he doesn't have to go.
He did not have to come back out.
But
if he does come back out, then he has to satisfy the 3-batter minimum.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And so he has to face Pillar here. So by coming out, I mean, all they really did was force the Rangers to go to the bench. Obviously, the idea is that you'd have him out there to face Peterson, but the Rangers will go with Pillar instead, and he takes strike 1. I think we'll see this a lot. Pillar for Peterson, Peterson for Pillar. Two guys very suited for platoon assignments. Once you get to the 8th inning, certainly, that's the right time to do something like this. 1-1. That's fouled back.
There's always the reaction from those suites right there as they forget there's a net there for them.
So I hope there is, right? I'm always encouraged when there is, because that means they're paying attention. They're at least watching. When there's no reaction because they're have their back turned in the conversation or something, that's when I get concerned. 1-2. And a ground ball, shortstop. Story circles around it, throws out Pilar, 2 away. I'll bring up Garcia. You know, we started this inning with a look out at the Rowdies out there in section 133, and we love the culture that's being established out there these last couple of years. But it reminds me too, Mike, you had one, I guess, goal or hope coming into this opening series this year. And that was, and you encouraged people when we were doing those exhibition games, hey, let's hope that Rangers fans come out. And not that we don't want any Red Sox fans here at all. Like, their money's just as green as anybody's. But
that pitch, by the way, was
off.
Way off.
Like way off.
There's some Rangers fans, and there was one Boston fan with the yellow jersey, but man, from a lefty too. Like,
I don't get that.
At no point was that near the box. But I hear what you're saying, because there's usually, playing the Red Sox, 10,000 to 15,000 Red Sox fans. Now, the Rangers pitchers and team has done a great job of not really giving the Red Sox a lot to cheer about. But yesterday, when Abreu hit the home run, the go-ahead home run in the 9th inning, I just noticed there wasn't as big of a Red Sox cheer when that happened.
Little high, 2-2. So I attribute all that to the Mike Bacsik effect. You encourage people to get out here, make noise for the home club, and they listened. Foul ball, back our direction.
So I think that swing right there, that ball, breaking ball off the plate, that's where, as a pitcher, you know, well, I've thrown one 3 inches off the plate and I got the call. Let me stay 3 inches off the plate, because now the hitter is like, well, I have to swing at it because it was called a strike. So right there, borderline strike, going to it again, right? You just know that now the hitter has to expand his zone.
Oh, Bernardino, pretty good so far tonight. 4 batters faced, retired all 4. 9th inning coming up. Can the Rangers hold this 3-run lead? Well, this was great yesterday. A chance to honor the great John Blake. 46 years in professional baseball and an institution here in Arlington, and all the great work that he has done for this franchise. So yesterday, dedicating the press box upstairs, the now John Blake press box. And
well
that
deserved.
was great. Man, the crowd upstairs for that yesterday, 1 o'clock for a 3 o'clock game yesterday. And you could hardly squeeze any more people upstairs for that. Really cool day, really cool honor for a guy who has meant so much to this franchise. Retired last year. Now he still works for the team in sort of a part-time capacity. Does a lot of historical work and whatnot. But terrific to see the ball club honor John in a really meaningful way like that.
Yes, and your standard insurance call to bullpen. Luke Jackson, second appearance of the season. Last year with San Francisco and Atlanta.
Gets this one in the air, back at first base again. And it looks like Simeon this time wants to handle it, and he does. All right, there's your first out of the ninth inning. Well, there'll be a lot of storylines from tonight's ball game. There is every night, of course. A number of storylines. But I like this one. If it plays out the way we hope it does, the idea that Luke Jackson would be able to come back out here tonight.
Yes.
And bounce back, maybe even make it a quick and quiet ninth inning.
Oh, you ended the perfect season for Willie Abreu right there.
That's true. Which you set up with the perfectly placed jinx after his last at bat. That was well done.
Yeah. I didn't mean to, but it happened.
He'll take the credit, right? 1-1 pitch. That's fouled straight down by Wong, who is 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Good start to the inning, getting the first out and now getting ahead. Now comes the finishing pitch.
Set up toward the outside part of the plate. And that ball's lifted high in the air. Center field. Taveras has just enough room. And I mean just enough.
Yes. I just put it in the scorebook as an F8. But was I holding my breath for the 4 seconds this ball was in the air? I was, and Leote gets back, camps underneath it. Second out of the inning. Just like he said on the homers, we don't tell you how far they went in the box score. It's a homer, and that was a fly ball center field.
That's right. Routine. 2 outs. Here is Rafaela. And he fouls off strike 1. Well, good crowd here tonight. Just about 27,000 on hand. And a lot of them anticipating that final out. Bouncer, left side. Backhand, Seager, the throw, the dig. Got him at first! What a dig! Berger brought that thing back from near disasters. The Red Sox look to see if this one is worth challenging. All I would say is, of course, it's worth challenging. It's the final out of the game.
What do they
What
matter?
is the decision?
Yeah, I was hoping they ran
Austin
out
is
of time.
challenging the out call at first base.
Yeah, no kidding. Todd Tishner letting us know.
Yeah, this is a very close play. Rafaela getting down the line, backhand, got rid of it quick. Scooped by Berger. Let's see here. Boy, that's close. Legs in the way. Just call him out.
It is.
You can't
really
see.
close.
You can't see where, let's say, the front of his foot when it hits the base from that angle.
I think you're in that position again where it's not enough
Yeah, you
to
can't-
say he didn't get it.
Yeah, it's so close.
It's just going to have to stand. My opinion. But they've got it back in a room now in New York at the ROC, the Replay Operations Center. And they've got a crew looking at it
All
right now.
I'm writing in 6-3 game over.
It's going to be electric when they finally do come back and say the call stands.
That's so close. Right there, I could see them overturning it to safe, but it's to your point. It's
You see
not.
yes,
It's not easy to
foot's
turn
not down.
overturn it.
I don't think so. But again, if you're Carr, there's no point in not.
I was wondering what he's waiting on.
You don't
have a
challenge.
challenge.
You don't challenge it. Well, you don't lose your challenge. That's true.
Yeah,
but the
you don't-
game's over.
Yeah, they don't carry him over for the series.
Can't take it with you. Todd Tishner waiting for the word back. Now, I will say this is a perfect platform for me to tell you exactly why I think replay stinks.
Yeah.
And this is why. All these fans are here. It's all built up to this one moment. And this one moment now is dragging on in perpetuity. It just takes all the air out of the building. caught up in some legal proceedings back in New York.
The call on the field stands. The runner's out.
Oh,
Game
they're
is
going
over.
crazy. Go crazy, folks. This one's over.
You get 2 game-ending calls.
4-1. Rangers win it. And that's a real nice bounce-back win. This series even at 1 apiece. We'll take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up here in a moment. Is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. Visit progressive.com. All right, a great night tonight here at Globe Life Field. 4-1 Rangers win. Jack Leiter picks up his first big league victory. But Mike, the excitement came really from the bat of Jonah Heim.
Yeah, it was a great all-around win for the Texas Rangers, but in the 3rd inning, Jonah Heim with his first at-bat of 2025, 2 strikes, gets the sweeper from Tanner Houck, and he goes deep. And in the 5th inning, he gets a change-up and deposit it into the Rangers bullpen for 2 homers. And in the 7th inning, Holby Milner finds himself with a bases-loaded situation and gets the strikeout of Rafael Devers, and a great play on Bregman for Josh Young to get out of the inning. Kid from Pasco.
Boy, that was great. Nice win. Even the series a game apiece. And now tomorrow, our pitching matchup, Walker Buehler, first year as a Red Sox, will have the ball tomorrow for Boston. Tyler Mahle, and he looked really good this spring. He'll make his season debut for the Rangers. First pitch tomorrow, 6:05 p.m. All right, that was a fun one, and we've got more coming on the postgame show. Today's game produced by Rangers Sports Network. For Mike Bassick and Laura Stickles, I'm Dave Raymond, inviting you to stay tuned. Our coverage continues with Rangers Game Day presented by Toyota. Once again, our final score tonight, the Rangers 4, Boston 1.